why it itself is the most treasured site in Christianity.
All right. Welcome to Goof On, everybody. I'm your host, Rich Giordano. We are live. It is Thursday, February the 3rd, 2022. How are you? Yep, I had to go with this background. Apparently, the browser setting isn't working. I got home. My screens were switched. It's like my computer restarted, but it didn't. And when I got home, I wasn't able to use the green screen. Restarted it, didn't work. So I just went to the shithead looking studio. Yep, I decided that I'm gonna paint the walls dark. Get some designs in there. Put a barrier thing like a piece of wood that goes under there to divide. Maybe have two tones. It's going to be a little different. But anyway, we're here. We're live. And that's what matters most. So thank you for hanging out tonight. I want to talk about tonight about this kid. I don't know if you ever heard of him, Max Laughlin. Some little kid, 13-year-old kid who is pretty smart. He's a genius, apparently. And has, I guess, examples of why CERN moved the universe into another parallel universe. It's an interesting story. We'll look into that. And of course, we'll look into a little bit of Christopher Bledsoe and the insanity that is ensuing with this person. There's some things I can't even say that I know, that I can't say yet. Isn't that weird? On Christopher Bledsoe, somebody told me, don't say anything right now about him, about what I learned. But it is an amazing, wild, wacky, out of this world, Anjali-ish type story. Worse than Anjali. Anjali, whatever the frig you call her. Hey, lady! Hey, lady! I'm going to pull up in front of the Lincoln Memorial, have a fake press conference, tell everybody I know where the aliens are in a cave. We're going to go there in 6 months, come back with proof, researchers, the whole nine. What did I say? I bet you it'll never happen. This looks terrible tonight. Not the shirt. I'm talking about the clarity of this. I think it's the lighting. Yeah, it must be. It could be me. I'm just an ugly person. That's all. That's what it is. I'm just ugly. Yeah. Take my teeth out and you'll see the real me, right? Take them out. Isn't it immature what's going on? Unbelievable. Unbelievable. The documentary was taken down because of hypocrisy at its highest level. And I feel bad for Area 503 because all he did was put a documentary out. He didn't bash anybody. He didn't lie. He didn't make up any stories. He had his opinion on it, but it was all public information. Sure, there were a couple of errors that really don't mean anything in the grand scheme of the 2-hour and 45-minute doco. But the hypocrisy is that Uncle Fistler, here's what it is. Uncle Fistler takes videos from Goof On and talks about them without permission, right? Lots of stuff taken from this channel. What do I care? right? I didn't care as long as, as long as it was used properly. And it wasn't. But I said, you know what? Bad publicity I'll take it. Nobody watches that channel anyway. So what harm is going to come out of a bunch of washwomen talking about me, making me look funny, changing my appearance and all that? It's cute. What are you going to do? Manny used a 90-second clip from Uncle Fester's show when Lou was on, and he striked the video, and Manny had to take it down. Because he used the guy's clip for 90 seconds of Lou. Meanwhile, he's taking all my stuff. Not fair using it, not saying this is fair use, using it as however they wish, with bully tactics, mind you. Do as I say, not as I do. That's who they are. Do as I say, not as I do. But they do what they say they shouldn't be doing, what I shouldn't be doing. I'm not even allowed to have an opinion because I come across as aggressive and angry. I am. Just remember that. I am. Because I have skin in this game. Okay? I have videos that I put up. I had answers I wanted to give people on what I learned. Questions I can't even answer. That's how this all started. I wanted answers to the things I was seeing, videotaping, sharing with the world. And then I found out people lie. People take all content, as long as it looks good and it can pass as a UFO, they will call it a UFO without doing any research. Wrong. Wrong. And then I found out people were making money, lying, cheating, stealing, plagiarizing. I didn't do anything. All I do is have an opinion. I said, I don't know Lou from a hole in the ground. Never met the guy. I'm sure he's nice outside of ufology, but stay the F out of ufology. You're useless, is what I said. You do nothing. You mean nothing. To me, my opinion, Luis Elizondo means nothing to ufology, in my opinion. And I'm allowed to have that opinion. And if I think Lou's a big fat tub of lard, that's my opinion. Look at him. Look at him. Look at me. They're making fun of me the best they can. I'm not perfect. You don't think I know that? But one thing I don't do, I don't spend time making videos specifically changing the way people look, making them look uglier, because that's what they have to do. They have to make me look like a villain, because I'm really not. Because I'm telling the truth. And I know, because I spoke with them before, they don't even care about Lou. They don't even like him. From what I remember what we talked about, oh, he's a liar. Yeah, definitely lying. Oh, there's no threat. Now, they're good bed buddies with them. Good buddies. I don't know why I said bed buddies. Scratch that. Jurassic erase. Jurassic. Thank you, Donna G, for the $10 super chat. We go ahead and accept and live off super chats. The show runs 6 nights a week. We do things, Third Phase UFO Report, making documentaries, which will be out in a few weeks, the first of 8. And all other things that are going on behind the scenes I wish I could share with you, but then the surprises wouldn't be surprises. So thank you, Donna G. You are awesome. You're a continuing supporter of GoofOn. I'm going to take a drink while this... Well, thank you, Donna G, for the $10 super chat. And... all over everybody. Thank you. Under 17, not permitted without parent. Thanks, Donna G. Alien bless you. Roll call. Well, Corbin, how you doing there? Welcome to the show. Langley, welcome to the show. TV Invent. Where you been? Good to see you. Yeah, we're still here. Hetty J, welcome to the show. Tim Freestone, welcome to the show. What's up, Anthony? Unidentified S4. Welcome to the show. Felicia the Beautiful One Flores, welcome to the show. Patrick Sheehan. What do you say, me man? Good to see you. Welcome to the show. Dorothy Hawkins. But they sucked up to Lou hard on the follow-up to Ryan Stacy's abuse, and I know they did. They're hypocrites. That's the difference between them and me. How can I be a hypocrite when it's an opinion? You know what I mean? I don't do anything mean except speak my opinion, which isn't what they like. They don't want us to have an opinion. They don't like us to have our own thoughts. That's socialism. That's communistic way of living. That's Maxine Waters. Remember what Maxine Waters said a couple of years ago? If they're getting gas at a gas pump, let them know you're unhappy. Remember? If they're eating dinner at a restaurant, you know what she said. That's what they are. That's the kind of, and I don't care who was on the left, I don't care who was on the right, but in this situation, in this little circle that I'm talking about, it is far, far left. It's far as Maxine Waters far left. And if you know who she is, you know who they are. Welcome to the show, Al Warrior. Paul Fahey, welcome to the show. And I'm not saying they don't have a right to do what they do. They do. But to dox people? Come on, man. You know, come on. That's hypocritical. You're taking other people's content and you're using it. You know, those who throw stones in glass houses. You know what I mean? Susie Como, welcome to the show. Jimmy Cerrone, welcome to the show. Walt Cobb in there. How you doing there? If you were Bree and Jamie, would have given you the Golden Probe Award. Yeah, I know. Den Bub, welcome to the show. Alien Critter, welcome to the show. Shelley, welcome to the show. Lisa Sorensen, not Carpentieri, welcome to the show. The Gorilla Gamer, welcome to the show. Coral Ann, who's coming through the front door. Welcome to the show, Coral. Lord Ludicrous Plaid, welcome to the show. Alcy Tiger, Third Phaser, Grufonian Quaker, Rock Fam, welcome to the show. William Bonney, 420, great name. Shadi Panorin, welcome to the show, guys. Welcome, welcome. Zaxonite, what a great, remember that game? Zaxon? Al Sands, Mr. Mouse, and Stu Garson. You. Cloudy with a Chance, welcome. Mario, welcome. Bethany Cohen, welcome. All right, let's get going now. Let's get going. People think I want to fight, I want to argue. I like it has nothing to do with being different or anything. I just have been in this thing long enough. And I never talked like this years ago because I couldn't. 3 years in, 4 years in, I didn't know any patterns. I didn't know there were things like this going on in the first year. You know, we're talking to people, we're seeing people who don't know. They just don't know. And I see their side of things. It's not that I don't. I just don't believe it. And what I believe in is that Lou hasn't done anything for ufology. I can't, for the life of me, I've been asking people for a year, what has Lou done for ufology? And I'm not talking about, oh, he got the conversation going. I don't want that, man. I got the conversation going. Who cares? Third Phase of Moon has the conversation going. You know what I mean? Greer, everybody's, Dolan, you name it. People are talking already about ufology. Oh, but he brought it into the mainstream media. He didn't. He was chosen to do it. It's all part of a freaking plan. Don't you get it? Oh, everything's a conspiracy. No, it's not. Tell me, what has Lou brought to ufology that furthered the disclosure? Further, what has he given us? He didn't give us any evidence. Those 3 videos obviously were garbage. And we knew that from day one. And I know they knew it too over there. Because we talked about it when he faked friend us. Yeah. Come on. Come on. Elizondo is the government front man. Protocol. Right. Right. It's government. And he's probably being paid from Mellon. Right? We don't know. Thanks, Nathan. We don't know. But Ian got it right. It's a puppet show. And if you don't know that by now, if you don't realize that it's scripted, if you don't realize that Lou wasn't just some guy going rogue, then that's on you. I don't see how anybody can't see that. I've seen a ton of people who were Lou lovers have turned. They don't believe him anymore. Not because of me, but because they did their own research. And they saw things that didn't make sense. And the big thing that sticks out to me, what has he done? What has he done to further disclosure? Nothing. Nothing. Congress, what happened with that room? Remember, he was going to get that room with total transparency. The AOI MSG inside the DOD, inside the Pentagon, is now being used in Lou's old office, he said, with the same tactics and procedures as they had before. His words, not mine. So nothing is different. It's just a different group of people telling us things they want us to hear because of a real threat. That is either China or Russia. And if you can't see that, because that's all ATIP was. And Lakatsky said it right. He said it all along. OSAP was UFOs and UAPs and civilian UFOs. ATIP was just about technology from adversaries invading our secured airspace. That's what that was. It said it. It said it in their mission statement. The documentary will be back up, from what I heard. Manny is working on getting that back up. I guess he'll just edit out the 90-second clip and repost it. Well, that's that. It's a shame, but 1 or 2 days without the documentary isn't going to make everybody forget. And we sure as hell aren't going to forget the tactics and attitude of a certain group of people that don't like us, don't like free speech, do not like anything that is against Lou. Well, that's just too bad. BOOHOO. Grow up. Grow up. And you want to tell me to grow up because I'm goofball have a fun time here, cracking jokes. Jokes. So what? Where's your sense of humor? I don't like his sense of humor. Don't watch. Why do you even care? That's the thing. I don't watch that channel. I haven't since the day we figured out that they went against us and lied to all of us. Haven't watched it. Haven't even glanced at it. Don't even care. I hear everything I'm telling you, I hear from other people. So, with that being said, I don't watch it because I don't care. Now, you can say you do care because you're talking about it. I care about what happened to Area 503 and Who's Lou. I care that that was taken down out of a hypocrisy that is over there on that channel. Let's see. Truth Seeker says, Uncle Fester is stealing news reports from corporate news channels, uploading them, and making ad revenue from copyrighted news reports he does not own. Then he hard strikes Manny for using a 2-minute clip. With that being said, you can play Fox, NBC, MSNBC, ABC, CBS, all those stuff. You can play those clips and not get any problems because that is public domain. So I don't think he's not allowed. Now, I have uploaded full news clips before and didn't get any copyright claims. And then sometimes I've uploaded a whole news clip. Actually, I've only done it once, and I got a copyright claim from playing from beginning to end. Yeah, maybe you're right. If you play the whole clip uninterrupted, that's not allowed. Yeah, you're right. You're right. You can upload and make money off ad revenue on that. Well, look, that's his problem. Look, I had to learn the hard way. And ever since then, I've been trying my best to do things the right way. I understand. Yeah, it doesn't seem right because it isn't. Because it isn't. So Manny removes it. It doesn't make or break the documentary. It really the only thing it did was just show more of what Lou was saying. What are you going to do? It's just child's play. It's weird. It's very weird. People who and I don't know if anybody watched Ryan Stacy's video from last night. But he went off saying pretty much what I'm saying here. How can you say, people are stealing this and that when you're doing the same thing? And then preaching that we all need to get together and become one and not fight. Well, we tried that with you. And it didn't work. We had you on the show. As a matter of fact, I found you and introduced you to our people here and welcomed you into this family. And you turned your back on us. And I still don't know why to this day. Don't know why Uncle Fester did what he did. To this day, I don't know. And at this point, I don't care. I'm willing to work with anybody. I'm willing to work with anybody. But I will not be, unfortunately, I don't know if we could ever fix this. And, some people that are friends over there have reached out to me and apologized for some of the things. And I'm like, how can you apologize if you're saying it? But they did. It's interesting that they would even reach out to me and then go on their show and watch me get what I get. And I didn't even do anything. You know, if you really think about it, did nothing wrong. All I did was got angry because it's passion, and they mistake passion for anger. And when you're passionate about something, sometimes people like me, I wear my emotions on my sleeve. I'm not one to back down from saying what I think I'm allowed to say. And I'm allowed to say, I think Lou needs to get out of ufology. Get out. I can say that. I can say he does nothing for the field. I can say anything like that. But one thing you're not allowed to say, which is hypocritical over there, you can't say it to tell people to go flag a channel. You're not allowed to say that. YouTube does not like that. That's bullying. You can't tell people to go flag content on other, especially while you're live. Well, you can't do it. It goes against the policy. I already talked to YouTube about that. But I like to see people work themselves through the situation, which is why I don't do anything. What am I going to do? What am I going to do? I react. Okay? I react. I'm a reactor. Dorothy says, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. Yep. Yep. Anyway, all I can say is, and we say this all the time, do your own research. Don't take my word for it. You know, we don't realize, I don't realize the power of the microphone. I don't. To me, it still seems like I'm having a good time talking to friends. I don't feel like, you know, the world is closing in on me. Of course I'm upset with the way things are going. Of course. But I didn't do it. It's how somebody reacts to what somebody else does. You know what I mean? Now, if I got mad and came out here and said, F this and F that, and I hate them, I hate everybody, I mean, then I would look like a total dick. Right? That's not what I'm doing. And when somebody is a figurehead, the biggest figurehead in ufology, you are a celebrity of sorts. People are going to talk and people are going to have every opinion possible. You think I'm the only one who feels this way about Lou? No! More people feel that way about Lou than everybody. I mean, what? What did I just say? More people feel this way about Lou, like I do, than ever before, is what I meant to say. More people are realizing that he just isn't who he says he is. He's not doing what he says he's going to do, and he doesn't have the pull that he thinks he can get. Anyway, I put up challenge number 2 to Lou today on TikTok. Did it right before I got home. Let me pull it up here for you. Oh my goodness. Your mother's... I don't think I can play it, because there's a song with it. Let's see. I'll play it anyway for a second. I just put it up, 16 views. Hold on. Goof on. From most people in this community are full of Shiite. Why will nobody talk about the rest of the facts of who is Lou? The only thing they're addressing about the documentary is Lou's family and where the content came from, but failed. I know. because that's where Manny made one mistake. I think there was one or two very insignificant mistakes that don't really show the personality of Lou. And that's why they focus on that. Because they're like, see, it's a lie. It's a lie. He's lying. They won't address the hard questions. When Lou was on, from what I heard, there were many questions being deleted. And Lou saw that. He says, yeah, maybe I'll have to come back in 2 months and answer some of those questions, because their moderators were deleting all the good ones. And when you suppress, you are living in a communistic type of environment. That's what they want. See, I'm not telling you guys you have to listen to me. I don't focus on one thing. It's everything. ATIP, TTSA, OSAP, you name it. Everything about Lou we've talked about. It's not just one thing. But that's why they focus, because they feel they got to win on that one thing. They don't address anything that's difficult because they don't want to have any controversy around Lou. That's why Lou goes on that little show and other shows like it. It's practice for Lou. Lou is practicing right now, so he's going on small channels before his book comes out, and he's practicing on how to get more, get people and, be user friendly, and maybe people will like me if they see me as a regular guy routine. $13, $14. We don't need no stinking haters. Thank you, Denbub. Thank you for that. I appreciate it. Nice continuing super chat. Wait, what? A continuing... I'm doing two things at once. This is awful. Thank you for your continuing support. And with that, I will give you this. Thank you, Denbub, for the Canadian $14. We don't need no stinking haters. That gosh! All over their lion eyes. Under 17, not permitted without parent. Thank you, Denbub. Mucho gusto, generoso. Madre. Huh? All right, I don't know if I can play this, but... All right. Hey, everybody, this is Rich from Goof On. Where's Lou? I don't see Lou anywhere. No reply from him yet. That's right, I'm still putting the challenge out to Luis Elizondo. You want to settle differences, you want to take somebody out behind the bar, teach them a lesson, I'm calling you out. Yeah, I don't know what's going to happen if I keep playing that, because it's a popular song, so I got to be careful. They could shut us down for that. Remember, I played Hotel California by accident in the background, and the stream went offline. It happens. You can't play very popular songs like that. Beatles songs, songs that make you cry. You can't. You just can't. But yep, that's a real challenge. There is no joke in what I'm doing there. I am literally calling him out because, hey, first of all, it will bring awareness to something that's happening in the community. Why I'm doing that? I've gotten a few emails. What's the point? He's not going to answer you. And I said, well, the point is this. Let's say he does answer, right? And we do go through with it. In my mind, that would bring awareness to ufology and how we need to squash our differences. And I kind of wish it was like this in the world. Like the leaders had to fight against each other instead of the people. That's how it should be. They're the ones that are pulling the strings. They should be the ones that fight. Right? That's why. That's why they were scared of Kennedy. Because he could have whooped somebody's butt. I don't know if that's true. But he was more agile than the other leaders in the world at that time, from what I remember. But That's kind of what I want to come out of this, is an awareness that, hey, you're going to call somebody out. If Lou Elizondo, the guy who worked at the Pentagon, who supposedly worked in a secret, covert UAP task force type of deal, is calling out people because he doesn't like what they're saying about him, well, he needs to stand up to that. He needs to answer the challenge. I answered it. He said, hey, I don't know if he was talking about Manny. I don't know if he was talking about me. I don't know. But he said what he said, and I answered the call. It just goes to show you the type of person he really is. What? What? Oh, I don't know where the chickens are. Where are those chickens? I think I put them in a... Where are the chickens? Oh, there's a chicken. Oh, here they are. Ugh. Who's Lou? This one or this one? Unbelievable. See, that's the thing. I always wanted our show to be fun. You know, we look at videos, you know, we learn how things work and figure out and debunk, or maybe we can't figure things out, but we just have a nice relaxed atmosphere where it's okay to joke around. It's okay to say things that are funny without saying, oh my God, that's all they do over there is crack jokes. They're not serious about ufology. I couldn't be more serious about the subject than anybody in this field. Just because we do things a little differently here doesn't mean we don't care. Don't mistake the comedy, the joking around, for not being a serious discussion for me, for you. Yeah, we don't do a lot of math and things like that because, in my opinion, it's irrelevant. We talk about statistics and things like that, but I don't understand why an astrophysicist is necessary in ufology. Like, if you have an object here and then it goes like that, to me, that's fast. I don't need an astrophysicist or a mathematician to tell me, oh, it went 1,400 miles in a quarter of a mile. It went 1,400 miles per hour in a quarter of a mile. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I saw that. I know. It was pretty fast. It disappeared. It must be something in the atmosphere. I can't figure it out. Oh, I know. Multidimensional. It's multidimensional. Whoa, I already knew that. What do these people with degrees mean in ufology? Nothing. They just bring credibility. That's it. Now, I don't want to say, it's not necessary. It may be necessary, but it's not necessary to research the topic and learn the ins and outs of how things work. I just don't think you need to have it. Okay, first of all, we don't need any physicists, any scientists really until we get something in our hands. Because they can't do anything. What are they going to study? Air? Well, the propulsion is probably with element 115, maybe 114, and a little bit of 15, add a little bit of 113. I still don't see it. Stanton Friedman. Now, a lot of people like Stanton Friedman. I liked him. But I made it a point to never have him on my show. Something I'll regret forever now. But when I said that, I said it because what did Stanton Friedman give us anytime he was on a show? Anything new? Nothing. He said the same thing for 30 years. He did. I never heard the guy say anything new. He'd go on a different show. Maybe there was a different question about that same stuff, but it was all the same. Nothing new. Really, I really don't know. What are we talking about here in the chat room? I'm going to look in the chat room real quick. It's something I rarely do. Yep, recipe, 2 parts, element 115, 3 parts, 113. That's exactly where I was going, Dorothy. What else? I love Art Bell. What's up, DB Cooper? Ms. DJ, Claude Aviles. How you guys doing? Fred Rogers. Well, it says Fred Doctors, TM. There's no point being serious about ufology. We are less than ants in the grand... No. I had this discussion with Third Phase of Moon. We go deep sometimes. You wouldn't believe it. And we are not like ants. There's a reason aliens would want to watch us. We create things. We build structures. We invent things. Ants don't do that. We are not like ants. Ants are one-dimensional. They work on instinct, and that's it. That's it. They're born to do something, then they're assigned to do it, and that's all they do until the day they die. We have free will. We have the ability to do whatever we want within reason. We can create things. We can destroy things. We make tools and weapons. They don't. So don't say we're like ants. That is something I had a hard time overcoming, was that we are like ants to aliens. Not even close. No, we're something. But we don't really know until we meet the aliens. We can't say that. You just can't. There's no factual data that says we are like ants to aliens. That's coming from abductees and people who are supposed whistleblowers and experiencers. There's no hard data that says that. And I believe we are above ants to an alien. I think that's why they're here. I think we're fascinating. We wear different clothes. We all have different personalities. I mean, we shave hair off our body because, and in some places they let it grow for ants. Yes, and I am growing a beard, in case you haven't noticed. I want to look 60 when I hit 54. I want to look 60. And I think I'm on my way. It makes my face look fatter. Right? I noticed that the other day. I got grays. I'm not going to color it. What's this? Stan the Man. Watch the video of them filling the ants' nets. Oh, yeah. You ever see the one where they pour molten metal inside the anthills? And then they let it dry or do whatever. And then they make it furniture. Like a lamp. And you can see all the little tunnels. And it's amazing. Is that what you're talking about? Yeah, that's cool. I think I played that on the show. Ms. DJ, I could always count on you for making me feel good. Thank you. Mucho gusto, excepto. I want to talk about Bledsoe real quick. Now, I was given some information, and then I, for some reason, found myself on Grant Cameron's Facebook page today. Didn't know it was his until I looked up, and I'm like, how did I end up here? Really, I don't know how it happened. But I think a link brought me there. And I came across this post, and I'll have to share it with you here. It's nothing but words and stuff, but just so you're with me. Here it is. It says, whatever happened to the good old days pre-1961 Nancy Tremaine abduction, when aliens wore helmets, especially the cute bubble helmets. Oh yeah, like this? Ha! Yeah. Oh yeah, whatever happened to those? Well, we realized... Anyway, I don't know. This came from that story. Humanoids are 3 foot tall, broad shoulders, large heads, short legs, wearing dark divers suits with round, shiny helmets. Can I tell you something? If anybody's familiar with my humanoid sighting from September 23rd, 2005, when I looked through the binoculars and the camera, 2 totally different things showed up. Same object, but nothing the same. The camera made it look shitty. But through the binoculars, what I saw was what I just read. It looked like there were scuba tanks on the back. There were 3 black dots equidistant. The shoes were triangular shaped. And on the bottom of these so-called shoes, it looked like there was something black, maybe a circle. And then his hands were on, like, around its waist was like a high chair type of table where the arms rested, and they were, whatever it was able to manipulate controls. And the head, which I saw pretty clearly, looked like an old diver's mask. You know, the big ones from the early 1900s, late 1800s, and they had the tubes going down underwater into the helmet so they could breathe. It was octagon shaped and golden. And it looks nothing like the video. But it's interesting that that's what I'm seeing here right now. Thanks, Fred. Fred Rexgers, TM, with the $1 super chat. Or actually, you just rolled it up like the old like the best way possible. You just rolled it up and whoo, hey, that hit me in the chin. Thank you very much. That's $1. Mucho gusto, generoso. What happened? I thought I hit the thing. We'll give you this one. I don't know why. Fred, thank you very much. Mary Young Sliwa, $25. And you absolutely rolled that up into a tight little bunch. What is that? 5 fives. That's very nice. Mucho gusto, generoso. There's nothing written down. No nice messages. Just straight up. Whew. 25. Thank you, Mary. A continuing supporter of GoofOn. Same with Fred. Grazie. Thank you again, Mary Young Sliwa. A $25 super chat. Mucho gusto, generoso. See, I have them all preloaded for each one. Thank you very much. You guys are incredible. You can support the show. PayPal, Cash App, all the links are there on the homepage of GoofOn inside the banner. You can see it where it says GoofOn, the bottom right-hand corner. Or the links are in every description here on the show. Next thing I wanted to show you is humanoid size, like a 5-year-old child, long nose, pointed ears, wore a shiny helmet. Yep. Man of average height with helmet. Human-like beings, handsome men, brown skin, black shiny suits, translucent helmets. Sounds like me. No, I'm just kidding. Short humanoid with round shiny helmet. Yeah, that's Lou. Helmets with oval faceplate. Hose jointed to mask. This one says, humanoids 3.5 feet tall wore 1 PC shiny metallic suits with round glass-like helmets. White helmets. We don't see that much, you know? The helmets. I like the helmets. Next. let's go to, I want to talk about Bledsoe real quick. For those of you who have never been here before, the show, just go along and whatever comes up we talk about, mostly current events, some mixed with old. So if there's something you think that I should be talking about, you can always email me, goofonradio@gmail.com. So don't forget, you can always email me if you have anything you want me to talk about. If you have any evidence, send it to goofonradio@gmail.com. No dots. If you send me something that looks like a star that doesn't make drastic moves, I probably won't even reply. Make sure it is a craft of some sort. Not a little tiny dot. No dots. Some people just don't care. All right, what is this? I want you to hear this. Here's Bledsoe talking about, well, you'll see.
Journey is our individual path. It's not
That's
about, to me, alien beings from some far planet coming.
Right.
It's more about our own evolution.
For some people who don't know Christopher Bledsoe, several years back he had a sighting or an encounter with an alien. And I think it killed his dog or something like that. But whatever it was, after that one time, he went quiet for a while. And then out of nowhere, I think he was talking about it on Facebook or made an account, and people just swarmed to this guy. And now he is taking it to another level. I can't tell you what yet. When it happens, I'll let you know. But the things that he is claiming, wow. Science Blob McGuire thinks that Bledsoe is like Christ. He thinks he had legitimate sightings because Blob was at Bledsoe's house for 5 days. And the evidence was shit from what I heard. And Science Blob said, no, I believe him. Yeah, well, when you're spending 5 days with somebody, I could see why Science Blob would want to believe. He doesn't want to hurt the guy's feelings. He let me stay at his house. We broke bread together. That's these people. They're weak. They can't tell the truth even to people that know they're bullshitting you. Or they're delusional. Now, I wouldn't mind it if Christopher Bledsoe had some experiences, but this is just going to a whole nother level of holy shitballs. Anyway, his belief is now becoming what seems to be very popular in the UFO community, that ETs may be spiritual beings. Well, we heard a couple of years ago on Unidentified, Season 1, Episode 4, near the end, when Lou talked to his higher-ups and was asking, can I get this file? I want to investigate, research this thing. This is Lou talking now. His higher-up said, Lou, I'm not going to let you do it. And Lou's like, why? If I could get this, we could have proof and da-da-da-da-da. And he said, they're demons, Lou. They're effing demons. And I ain't going to let you open that safe. I'm not going to let you open it up. I'm not letting you do it. You're opening up a can of worms, is that it? Demons. Let's hear what Bledsoe says.
Evolution.
Like of our soul?
Yeah, of your soul. Yeah.
Okay. Can I ask you how is it through meeting the entity in 2012, the shining female being? You know exactly what I'm talking about. Called herself Hathor.
Right.
Is it something that she told you that this is?
Thank you, Lord Ludicrous.
Yeah. It's just, I don't even know where to start with that kind of question.
We got time. We have time.
Let's just say that in 2007, balls of fire come out of the sky.
Right.
And took me away. you have to understand why they came. Why did they come? I
Why?
understand why they came because I was at the lowest point in my life at that point.
Yeah.
And
so he said he was at the lowest point in his life, and that is why these red fireballs came out of the sky, saved him. It's like it doesn't even make sense. But he's got a plan. And you're going to find out in very soon. But he has a plan. And the plan, to me, is a total delusional story. It is made of imagination, wishing, daydreaming, and dreams. I think this guy, Christopher Bledsoe, is dangerous to the community. He's worse than Anjali. He's worse than Luis Elizondo. And this guy is going to get more popular and more popular. And now, who am I to say? Well, when there's no evidence, anybody can say anything. And that's the problem I have with ufology. You just can't say anything. You just can't without proving it. I don't like it. In this field, people demand evidence. And a lot of people are just bullshitting. I mean, he's going to, I think, wrote a book and a movie. I mean, there's a lot of things this guy will be making money off of, if he isn't already. Now, I don't know that for sure. But he damn well has a lot of people following him. A lot more than we got here.
was out crying out for help from above. And that's my whole mindset. That's where I was. And they came. So knowing that.
He just said it. In my whole mindset, that's where they came. So he just admitted it's in his mind. But nobody ever catches these things. My whole mindset was that's where they came from. You see, you got to look for this stuff. Maybe he's telling the truth. Just like Anjali, it happened in her mind. It's her experience. This is his experience. But he's talking about physically seeing balls of light. I didn't listen to this whole thing. But I'm going to jump a little further and see what happens.
Experience. There's no rational explanation. Dad.
They don't have a sense of humor.
Yeah.
That's what I kept saying. Why would they do that? It's got to be it took me 5 years to accept that.
I told you then. I
Hold on.
feel like if I wonder, then they go through this process of maybe that was an airplane, maybe it was this, maybe it was that, and they talk themselves right out of what they just experienced.
Yeah.
But there was no talking yourself out of that. And I told you that night, you were like, come on, Dad.
They don't have a sense of humor.
Yeah.
That's what I kept saying. Why would they do that? It's got to be it took me 5 years to accept that.
I told you then. I
It took
said,
me 5 years.
you just had one of the best experiences.
They keep having experiences over and over and over and over. And they always seem to be when they need more people, when they need the views. When things start slowing down, they have another experience. Anyway, I don't know what else I could play off that. That was just an interview that was done with his son. It wasn't from YouTube, so free domain, I guess. Where was that from? I don't even know. Simplecast. Let me see. I think it's the website. Their website. That was just about a month ago, December 22nd. Anyway, it is what it is. That's the field we're in. What time is it? Holy shit. Time flew by. I was, I don't know what this is. I came across this too today. A Diana Pasulka. And it has to do, I see Scott Brown. Hold on, let me get rid of this. All right. This is a tweet from him. This is a year, May? When this just popped up in my feed, I don't know why. When Diana Pasulka flew out to interview me for American Cosmic, I was allowed to see parts of emails between, I don't know who these people are, Tyler Rogaway and James. Oh, Tyler Rogaway and James. And this stands out. It's as if the metal, here it is infused with data and manufactured on a quantum level. Paula Harris has sent these photos of the metal that witnesses Jose Padilla, Remy Baca, reportedly pulled off the craft in 1945 San Antonio, New Mexico crash case. The first image, let me get rid of me, the first image shown electron microscope analysis of a panel piece ripped off by Jose, with possible embedded integrated circuits. Whoa. Okay. Wow. I don't know what that is. I don't know. How do I know that looks like integrated? To me, it looks like something melted, metal melted and spread out. That's what it looks like to me. It looks like mercury at a microscopic level. I don't know. But it's interesting if that's where it came from. I like this stuff. See, this stuff, it amazes me. Amazes me. Damian Smokey, $28. Holy smoke. Oh, I see what you did. Thank you very much. You just rolled it up. No message of concern. Just a quick, no sticker, no message super chat. It's almost $30. He rolled it up. He went, oh, 28. Got it. It was 214, 14 and 14. They split it. See, it did the split. When it got through the screen, it split into two. So instead of it being 28, it went 14 and 14. That's the two-hole split super chat. Here, we'll give you this one. Thank you, Damian Smokey, for the super chat. Grazie. Grazie. Over 17 permitted by themselves. Stupid I am. All right, let's get to something else. Do we have any sightings? Oh, okay. I wanted to talk about this. This is huge. This was supposed to be part of the show tonight. Last year was probably the first half of the year was the best. The best I've seen ufology in all my years. People were getting along. We were putting out so many cool videos on Third Phase of Moon, Third Phase UFO Report, here, Dark Hour, 1028 Productions, Dr. J Radio, Apollo Hysteria. Our little community was working hard. Still are. Don't get me wrong. We got the documentary coming out in a few weeks. But it was really good. And I don't think a lot of things got by us. But 2021 was so weird that big UFO news went over everybody's head. Right? Maybe it's the reality of the extraterrestrials, or it's too frightening for people to believe. Whatever. Our human brains can't absorb it. Whatever you want to throw down about it. But I found this story. It says, while preparing to shoot 2001, A Space Odyssey, Stanley Kubrick obsessed over the look of his cinematic extraterrestrials. For 3 years, he fussed over proposed models, even recruiting his wife, Christiane, to sculpt aliens out of clay in her art studio. He dragged his visual effects team to a Giacometti exhibit at the Museum of Modern Art and pointed to the humanoid sculptures. He wanted his ETs to be just as thin and gangly, but 20 feet high. As the film ended, one of these spindly space creatures would reach down and take the astronaut Dave Bowman by the hand, and together they walked off into the sunset. Well, eventually, Kubrick realized it was foolish to try to imagine what is beyond human imagination. Instead, his film would focus on humanity's encounter with alien technology, those eerie black monoliths, rather than the aliens themselves. It was a wise choice. The film remains as haunting today as when it premiered in 1968, the year I was born. And it's more plausible. Well, scientists believe we're far more likely to encounter a galaxy-traversing drone than, say, a species of galaxy-traversing space octopuses. And actually, it may have already happened. In 2017, a telescope on Maui spotted a strange object hurling through our celestial neighborhood, Oumuamua. Remember? Oumuamua may have been a probe crafted by intelligent extraterrestrial civilization. Let that sink in for a moment. Then last summer, 2020, Avi Loeb, or was it 2021? 2021, right? Avi Loeb launched the Galileo Project, a privately funded search for extraterrestrial artifacts. His team will place an array of telescopes around the world to scan the atmosphere for unidentified aerial phenomena, previously known as UFOs. In other words, no more grainy videos from a handheld iPhone or fighter jet cockpit. The Galileo Project will deliver crystal clear images of UAPs, if they exist, of course. Loeb compares the project to a fishing expedition. Nice. He has considered how an unambiguous picture of a UAP would land on the collective psyche. Some people will never accept proof of ET life, no matter how convincing, Loeb expects. But to him, such disbelief would be irrelevant. When the theory of general relativity was pioneered by Albert Einstein, only a handful of scientists understood it, Loeb says. But this understanding eventually led to its practical use for GPS navigation, which is embraced by any cell phone user with a navigation application in the public today. Was it a weird rock or alien spacecraft? We know all about what Avi Loeb thought. How would humanity react if we learned we're no longer the universe's only children? It seems logical that evidence of ET civilization would change our world, but what if, after the initial shockwave, the news is shrugged off? Which is what we saw last year, when it should have been the biggest news of all time, when they dropped those documents, those silly 9 pages. By any measure, the year 2021 was a turning point in UFO history. In June, the Office of the Director of National Intelligence released a 9-page report disclosing dozens of aerial sightings, most witnessed by U.S. Navy members, that couldn't be explained. In December, the annual defense bill established a new office that will study UAPs and report its findings to Congress, the most significant UFO legislation ever passed. Yes and no. At the same time, the Pentagon launched a separate office to oversee the entire government's UFO investigations, a power play that some fear could shroud the object in secrecy again. Again, with this promise of transparency, the Galileo Project seems to be even more essential. And yet, the inundation of 2021 news, those UFO milestones barely registered as a blip on the public's radar. Was the potential reality of ETs too overwhelming or too frightening for our human brains to absorb? Or was our attention simply exhausted by political polarization and the raging pandemic? Pasuka calls Kubrick a true visionary. Not only did 2001 prepare us for encountering extraterrestrials in the form of their mystifying technology, but the director showed us exactly how this subconscious programming would happen, namely through a black monolith, which some film scholars believe represents the cinema screen. But I believe we can and should recapture an appropriate sense of wonder when it comes to the possibility of ET life. And to do this, we must lift our eyes from the miniature black monoliths we carry with us everywhere. We must remember to look up at the sky. That's what the point is. Everybody, they have us doing this. This. That's all we do. This. Everybody's on their phones. Oh my God, I got another message. Oh my God, I got to pay the bill. Oh my God. Put your phones away. Go outside. Enjoy life again. You don't have to record everything. Record it up here. Keep it a memory. And you know that when you record stuff on your phone, you barely look at it more than once. And then you get a new phone and you lose all those pictures and data and you forget to save it on another place and another app. And next thing you know, you're like, that's okay. I remembered it anyway. Of course you did. You don't need a phone. Buy a real camera, go outside, and learn what it's like to be a sky watcher, a UFO hunter, and get back to me and let me know how you learn. Let me know what you learned. Let me know if you learned. Because let me tell you something. You think it's easy? It's not. It's years of understanding what's in the sky, how things reflect the sun, the moon, how the lights are configured on all different types of airplanes and helicopters, all different types of drones and balloons and Chinese lanterns and flares. And then you've got iridium flare satellites and regular satellites. Then you got the space station. And then you got all the, what are those things called? All those Starlink. And then you got the moon and things on the moon and things going out of the sun and out of the moon and in volcanoes and under the ocean or in the ocean. There's so much to learn. And then you got to learn the history and how things got covered up, because if you don't learn the history and how things got covered up, then how are you going to know how to keep things from getting covered up? The best way to keep things from getting covered up is to never go public. Never. And if you're going to go public, make at least 20 copies. Put some in if you got really good footage, this is what you need to do. Put them in safety deposit boxes, at least 3 of them. I don't know. You got to do it, man. If you got something, nobody's walking around with a video of a real UFO that you could look at and it reminds you of The Guardian. Remember the one with the thumbprint and you could see the people call it a helicopter, but it looked like a disc-shaped UFO, and then the fire that was next to it, and then the lady, it was her bar or her farm that they landed on, and then when she went out there the next day, there was no scorch marks where the fire was burning and no imprints on the ground from where the disc was landing or a helicopter or whatever it was. It just so happened that all the evidence seemed to be non-existent. How's that even possible? Well, we're putting out a documentary February 14th, give or take. And it's about interdimensional beings. Where do aliens come from? Myself, Michael, Stephen Cambion from Truth Seekers, Alien Scientist, Dr. J Radio Live, and of course the Cousins brothers, myself. We're all putting this documentary together to find out why, where, and how the aliens are coming, going, staying, leaving, existing in our reality. We want to talk about that. We even got Alex, who's going to be giving I think he's an astrophysicist, but whatever it is, he's freaking smarter than all of us put together, I think. No, not really. No, he's not that smart. He's smart, but he can give his... We got a lot of stuff coming out. And the thing is, nobody has an answer. And Stanley Kubrick tried to give us an example of what it would be like with alien technology. How would the world handle that? How would it? How would the governments handle alien technology? I don't think they would understand it. And the thing is, our scientists, I believe, I'm not sure on this, but I believe they're a little arrogant. And they might think they know everything. But doesn't it make sense that on other planets, they would have different elements? Some of the same. Most of them might be the same. But they may have that one thing that we don't have that could maybe give us the free energy we need, or the technology that we need to where we don't get sick, we won't get any older, and we won't ever die. Cocoon, come on! 1984, where is everybody? Ron Howard. By the way, did anybody watch the book of Boba Fett last night? Holy shit. Holy shit. Probably the best thing I've ever seen. I couldn't believe it. I don't want to ruin it for everybody because I know some people haven't seen it. But boy, oh boy, was that fun. The last 2 episodes were freaking unbelievable. 1 episode left next Wednesday. That's what I was told. And then a couple of months down the road, we're going to be into, what's his name? Obi-Wan, when he was younger. Old Ben will be young Ben. How cool is that? Is Ewan McGregor coming back to play him? Somebody said that. That'd be pretty cool. If they got the same people playing, like from the Phantom Menace and all those movies, that'd be a trip. They kind of look the same. They haven't changed that much. They could make him look younger. That's for damn sure. We saw that last night. What an amazing episode. What an amazing show. All right, this kid, I didn't play it yet. So this kid's Max Laughlin. And he was talking how CERN may have moved the universe into another parallel universe. And I'm going to play this. It's pretty interesting. I almost forgot. This will be a good way to end the show tonight. We'll go out. We got 10 minutes. Or 10 after. Because, you know, we go until 11 after. I think Michael... Oh, we'll go through this quick. I think Dark Hour has a episode coming up.
And there's an infinite number of these realities, and in each reality, as every electron spins an animator of an animator to an animator to an animator around a nuclei of an atom, we're catapulted into, an infinite number of alternate universes. Just imagine this is the start of the universe. This is our original timeline, right? But as soon as this starts, we are infinitely catapulted into an infinite number of parallel universes.
What?
And somewhere infinity down the line, here's our universe, right? And then we're constantly shifting into alternate universes as we speak. And that expansion of infinite universes is our reality as we know it in time. So therefore, if there are other universes, they're next to ours, and this actually relates to my theory of the Mandela effect and how the particle accelerator altered the weight of one electron.
Stop! Stop. Stop. Now, I thought I was playing a genius kid. He just threw in the Mandela effect. Which isn't real. You know that, right? Please tell me you understand that the Mandela effect is nothing more than bad memory. Please tell me. The Mandela effect is subliminal things that are on cereal boxes and keychains and TV shows and advertisements. That's it. Oh, well, I thought it was Berenstein the Berenstein Bears, and it's Berenstein or whatever. I thought Fruit Loops was spelled the right way, and it's F-R-O-O-T. It's always been that way. The fact that this kid, now mind you, he's still a child. 13-year-old. But it is interesting that people believe in that Mandela effect. Like, if anything was to change, if the Mandela effect was real, I would be able to wake up tomorrow and my car would turn from a Kia to a Porsche. Never happened.
and therefore destroyed our universe and shifted us into the universe that's directly next to it, and therefore things are different in this universe.
So you believe that this thing that some people call the Mandela effect is actually real?
Oh, it's absolutely real.
All right, that's it. Can't watch it anymore. Can't. No respect. That's it. Not watching that kid. I didn't watch that yet. I'm not watching it. Sorry, Michael. Not watching it. Not watching it. What's this? All right, here's an announcement. Where is this? Why can't I get this here? All right, maybe I can do it this way. Come on. Now, let's talk about this real quick. I, believe it or not, have a very slight chance of going to this with the Cousins brothers. Dr. Greer's CE5 thing that is going to be outside of Scottsdale, Arizona at the Wecopa Resort, April 8th, 9th, 10th. I'm going to try to get there with them. This is in my old town where I grew up. Remember when a year ago, 2020, Doc and I went out there to interview Greer? Well, this is an upscale big time compared to where we were. From 3 o'clock to 7:30 is registration, 8 to 10, Dr. Greer, Sanskrit, Puja, and meditation, meditation. Introduction to Making Contact and the Science of Consciousness, 10 o'clock to midnight, special fundraising reception with Dr. Greer and his team. Saturday, April 9th, 10 to noon, how to set up your CE5 contact group. Noon to 2 lunch, 2 to 3:30 Dr. Greer, Understanding Consciousness and Contact work together. 3:30 to 4 break, 4 to 6 Dr. Greer, the level of consciousness and levels of civilizations and how these translate into the experiences you will have when reaching out to make contact. 6 to 8 break for dinner, 8 to 10 Greer, Sanskrit, Puja, and meditation, photos and videos, CE5 contact, then a meeting behind the events, practice making contact together in a conference room. Then Sunday, 10 to noon, trans-dimensional photography and videography, led by CE5 team members experienced in this specialized area. They will share ideas about equipment and techniques needed to capture photos and videos of ET crafts and ETs. Here's my deal. Where are all those videos and pictures that apparently we just learned how to do it and do it? Where are they? Am I doing Jesus hands right now? Where are they? 2 to 3:30, how to tell real ET experiences from those hoaxed by intelligence and the military. Technologies used by the military and intelligence community to mimic ET events. See, I don't like that. I don't like that. How you can enhance your contact experience. Technologies used by the military and intelligence community to mimic ET events. You know what that means, though, right? So that means if our military and intelligence community is mimicking ET events, then how does Greer know the difference? Because he talked to the aliens. I got nothing. I don't talk to them. They don't talk to me. Something just fell. Oh, How did that license plate fall off the wall? That's weird. That's weird. How is that? That's weird what just happened. That is unbelievable because the license plate says CNUFOS. How's that possible? As I'm talking about not getting contact, the aliens aren't talking to me. That falls? Too weird. See, these are the weird things that happen to me. See, I would call that like a coincidence. But as I'm sitting here, literally tried reaching out and said, and this is what I was doing when I was doing this. I was saying in my mind, if there are aliens, talk to me. Make your presence known. Make your presence known. If there are aliens, talk to me. I'm here. Talk to me. Talk to me. Make yourself known. Make yourself known. Make yourself known. That's what I was saying. That's a message. It could be, hey, maybe I'm like Bledsoe and he's like me. I don't like this. I don't like it. That was weird. See, things like that happen all the time in my life. All the time. And I deny it. I say, no, it's a coincidence because there's no proof. I never hear any aliens. I never talk to them. I never heard anything. Third phase of moon's here. What's up? What's up, fellas? Look, I'm all crooked. I think, let me see some. I think we need to get out of here, right? Let me check something out. Damn it, Rich. Okay. We're good. We're done now. All right, guys. We'll be back tomorrow, 9 Eastern, 6 Pacific. Thank you, moderators, super chatters. I'm going to go... that was just weird. Yeah, we're done. I got to go eat. I'm tired. Nice, many people here tonight. Thank you for supporting the show. Keep supporting the show through after it's over if you can. We do this all for you. I don't do this for me. This is so we can have a voice in the community and show you things by making documentaries, videos, talking about it, having guests on, and so on and so forth. I want to thank newcomers and veterans. I know we had quite a few new people here. Thank you very much. If you like the show, don't forget, thumb it up and subscribe. If you don't like it, hit the dislike button twice just to make sure it went through. Like I said, we'll be back tomorrow. Tonight, there's going to be a third phase UFO report coming out in a couple of hours. And we'll see you tomorrow. Go over to Dark Hour Paranormal. And let's go see Michael. He's got an interview right now. I'm putting the link in the description for him. No, right here. And Goof On is Truthology for Ufology. There, I said it. Good night. Good show. That was fun. Oh, mute it.
There's a good thing. It's rotating. What was in the skies over and why did it downwards treasured sites in Christianity?